It is now time for the Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters out there. Welcome to the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and thanks so much for joining me, folks. I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, to help you to become a better money master, folks, but mostly lay the groundwork so that you can lead an inspired life. Each of us, every single day, just simply need to lead an inspired life. When you're leading an inspired life, folks, it just makes everything so much easier. Now, my personal outcome, each and every day, always to be able to increase my skills. That's what I want you to be able to do today, and you can do it all day long for the next 9 hours solid, because, you know, it is Fabulous Friday, and at Fabulous Friday, we've got live programming going from 9 till 6, and that is a beautiful thing, folks. So let's go take a look at one of those tools that helps us to lay the groundwork. Now, you know, we need to really send out a lot of white light to all those folks in Aurora, Colorado. You know, after dealing with fires and everything else, you know, big tragedy last night. I don't have all the details about it. I know there's been many people that have lost their lives, 50 people that have been injured. You know, the opening of the Batman and Robin movie that was out there. And so when I take a look at one of our tools, I thought that it was appropriate to take a look at that tool of empathy. You know, and empathy, it's a really important tool to have in your tool bag, folks. And my thoughts are this, is that, you know, always show your contempt for the problem. You know, it's really important to always show your contempt for the problem, but mostly, folks, your concern for the folks, for the person, for the people. You want to be sensitive to the plight of others, always, and you have to know about the tragedies. So we need to know about these tragedies that are out there. You don't just sweep them under the rugs. You've got to know about the tragedies as well as the triumphs. I'm sure there are plenty of triumphs out there last night, you know, all kinds of heroes that are out there. So you need to know about the failures, and you need to know about the successes. It works that way in life with everything, whether it's trading or anything else that goes on. So let's just take a look at it with this being Fabulous Friday. And what I want you to remember is the greatest gift that you can give anyone, folks, that's called the gift of your time. And today you got 9 hours solid at TFN. You've got the gift of my time. You can always give me a call at 877-927-6648. Would love to hear from you. We've got the Dow futures off about 60 points right now. ES Mini trading out at 1364. That's down 8. And as you know, as we do each day, as we kick things off here, we go take a look at what's going on in the futures marketplace, because that's how you have an idea of where things are going. Because last night's news was just simply last night's news, folks. So we take a look at the ES Mini. I've got the 30-minute chart up here on the screen. Why? Because what we were talking about yesterday was we were taking a look at a pattern completion on the ES Mini coming into a new moon. Not just a new moon. You know, something I overlooked yesterday was a P-index date. Larry Pesavento has 3 dates in the month of July named after him, and yesterday was yet another. I didn't realize that until last night as I was searching through my materials. I just simply overlooked it. So you had a new moon come in and a P-index date. In the case of the ES Mini on the 30-minute chart, you also had a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD that completed. That is what Tom likes to say is a beautiful thing, folks. Now, when that completed, that was price projection was 1376. I'm going to go ahead and blow this up on my screen. If you are listening on the radio, we absolutely appreciate you doing that. You can always catch the archive of this show on Channel 9. That way you'll be able to take a look at the charts that everybody else that's watching on TigerTV live right now can do. So as the price was making its way to that 1364, and where price actually got to was 1376. Where price actually got up to was 1375.50. So that completed the pattern. And once you start completing those levels, those 1-to-1 or 1-to-1.272 or 1-to-1.618 or 1-to-2 or 1-to-2.618, not a lot of math geometry numbers that you have to, or expansion numbers that you have to remember, but there are a few, and hopefully you do have a tool out there that allows you to be able to show the expansion of that C to D leg, and if not, you can certainly map it out. It's just simple math out there that you can do, and that way you know as you're getting into those target areas, you know you're looking for reversal signs. And what does Steve like to look at as a reversal sign? I love to look at leading indicators. And what are those? Those are candle patterns. Which ones? Well, when the market is moving up, I like to look at shooting stars. Love to look at shooting stars. Who doesn't like looking at shooting stars out there? or bearish engulfing candles. There's others out there. There's the Three River Evening Star, and but that's a three candle formation. If you want to take a look at a single candle formation, it'd be that shooting star. In any event, what we did have out here at that price point, as the ES Mini was making that 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, what did it do at 9 o'clock yesterday? As we came on the air, we pointed it out. It made a bearish engulfing candle, and we said, hey, we won't know until 9:30 or not whether or not we've got confirmation. We did. We had a lower close at 9:30. What did that send out to us? That sent out that the market was going to go start making an A to B equals CD down. So I haven't even drawn it in here, but let's go see what the market is actually doing out here. And so far, the market has not made a bullish pattern on the way back up here. So let's go take a look at our ABCs out here. That 8 points going to be the high that came in at 8:30 yesterday, out at that 1375. We're going to use just the simple move down into 1030 when the ES Mini traded out to 1366. Now that candle, same candle, happens to be both our B and our C point out there. That's one way to take a look at it. The other way is just simply you could use a C point out here at 415. So let's just use the 415 candle. It's a little bit easier on the eyes to be able to follow along. That being the high of 1372.50. So 1-to-1, A to B equals CD, gives you a price projection of 1363.04, which would mean 1363. And what are we trading at right this very second? 1363. Oh, you got to love that. So what you've had is you've had a completion of a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, and right now we're in that session that closes at 9:30. It's only 9:15. 15 more minutes will tell you whether or not you've got a reversal signal. What do you mean, Steve? Well, okay, great question. So as you make this 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, this candle here from 8:30 to 9, what is that? Looks like a bullish engulfing to me. Well, let's confirm that. Let's go take a look at the open of the 8:30 session. The open of the 8:30 session out there, folks, 1363.50. Where was the close of the last session? 1363.50. All you need to do is engulf the prior candle. We can see that it certainly engulfed the body, not the entire candle. I said the entire candle, didn't I? Shame on me. What I mean is the body of that candle. So in this case here, this green body, that's what we're looking at. I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but certainly the candle, if you're following along at home, the body of the candle at 9 o'clock engulfed the body of the candle at 8:30. Now, you don't have confirmation yet. In fact, what you've got is a price that's trading a little bit lower. So therefore, and we talked about patience this week and the key of having patience out there, folks, and you need it in life. You need it in your trading. And so we'll pay attention to this chart. We'll see what's going on out here in this chart, and we'll come back to it. If this level here fails, where's it going to next? You already know. It's going to 1360. That's that 1-to-1.272 area. It's going in the 1360 range. After that, if that doesn't hold, 1357. After that, 1353. What else right now, if you take a look at this chart out here? So if you're just taking a look at this chart, let's go ahead and get rid of some of the lines. And if you were going to just look at this chart, what else, as you look at this here on the screen, what else would you say is holding up as a support area? What other thing would you see that would be acting as support as the ES Mini moving down into 1363 level? Exactly. You got it. It's this wide-ranging bar out here. Take a look at this wide-ranging bar. That's a wide-ranging bar from 9:30 to 10 coming in on July 18th. Today already, so that was 2 days ago. So you can see how this area here, if we just simply draw a line across, I can just use the very high of that candle. I can use the body of the candle. It really doesn't matter. We'll just use the body, just simply since we're right down there. And you can see how this area here also acting as a support area. That area gets broken, you will see lower price. If you get a close here, that bullish engulfing really doesn't matter. You can go ahead and chuck it because it doesn't matter out there. Now, what's really going on out here? Well, what I really think is going on, folks, is you got to go over and see what's going on with the Queen. I believe that Monday is the beginning of the Summer Olympics out there. I prefer the Winter Olympics, but Summer Olympics are very cool as well, so you've got those starting. And so let's go see what's going on with the Queen. And we talk about the Queen, folks, we're talking about the euro. Ooh, the euro just gave us the sign that lower prices are coming. Steve, what do you mean by that? I'm glad that you asked me that. We're looking at the 30-minute chart here on the euro, folks, and we're taking a look at two different lines that I've got drawn. The first line, folks, we're taking a look at the low that was put in. It was put in last Friday, July 13th, down at 9:30. You had the euro get down to 1.0 where's the low? 1.21613. Now, what you'll see is that diagonal line. You'll see that black diagonal line out here. You can see how it was holding this trend. That trend was attacked this morning, just brutally attacked at 8 o'clock. With a wide-ranging bar on the way down. Now, you need to know what other candles are out here. So if we go ahead and we explode this out here, I'm just going to make it as large as I can be. Take a look at what is that candle right here at 11 o'clock on July 17th. You got it. One of Steve's hammer candles out here. That, folks, should have been support. You can see how the euro on the 30-minute chart came down into it at 8 o'clock with a wide-ranging bar, and that area held. It also held, folks, going into the 8:30 session. It also held going into 9 o'clock. Now, what do we say? You've got to be patient. It's busted through right now, but in 11 minutes, you get a close below that. That hammer candle is saying, in the case of the euro, lower prices are coming at you. And what's that mean for our markets? The king is going higher, and likely the markets would be going lower here, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on TigerTV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to archives of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. So let's go see what's going on in the pre-market out here. To the upside, you got Baker Hughes, BHI, having the largest dollar pop. They closed at 41.75, I believe, coming out with earnings either before the bell or after the bell last night. Trading out right now out at 45.83. Right behind them, you got SanDisk. They closed out at 35.08. They're trading out at 39.06 right now. Schlumberger, SLB is the ticker symbol there, trading out at 69.90. They closed at 68.64. SXC, Suncoke Energy, trade out at 16.25. They closed out at 15.02. New Oriental Education actually getting crushed out there, and don't get in front of this stock. Closed at 11.20, trading out at 11.94 out there. Halliburton, HAL, the ticker symbol there, closing out at 30.21. They're trading at 30.80. To the downside, I got a special request from the folks over at Chipotle. They said I was the death of their business because I finally went in there, as you folks, if you've been listening to the show, know that I finally went in there several weeks ago, marked the high. Don't know how we did that, right to the T. And today, truly getting hammered, crushed. They closed out at 4.03, trading out right now at 332.47, an absolutely dead stock, dead in the water. I would say if you are still in that stock and you've had some nice profits, now is the time to take them and move on and take a look at something else out there. Also to the downside, ticker symbol TOT, Total SA, closed at 45.02. They're trading down at 43.91. You get Vodafone Group, VOD. They are at 28.84. They just traded at 27.88, closed at 28.84 out there. If we go take a look at all of the earnings reports out here, let's go see some of the others. Let's just put this now. I won't put that on the screen. It'll be too difficult probably for you to read. Let's just see who is the leader on the upside and the downside percentage-wise. So you got Chipotle, and they're trading down 18%. Freescale Semiconductor down 16% this morning. FSL, so they're taking a big hit. They closed at $10.21, and they don't have a lot of trade, 100 shares, so we're going to pass on saying that thing is down 16%. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this one. Down 15%, you've got CPHEED. The name of the company, CEPHEID. You don't think they could have come up with a better name for a company? Anyways, their stock is closed at $43.73, and they're trading down at $37 right now. That's the biggest on the way down. If we go take a look at biggest on the way up here, you got Google out with earnings last night, trading up $14.50. SanDisk up $4 and change. Baker Hughes, as we said, up $4. Let's go to Mike in New Jersey, in Pennington, New Jersey. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
How you doing, Steve?
Doing great. Yourself?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Where would you put a profit-protecting stop on the Chipotle?
You're in it on the short side?
I actually have 2 puts that expire today. One expires next week, and I'm short 100 shares.
Cash them in, baby.
Cash them in.
It's cash and carry. You know, this thing is going to pop to the downside clearly this morning. You've got a nice profit in here. It's not often that you have a $75 pop or so to the downside. Like, you don't have to do it right at the open. But right. I would go ahead and cash them in. today. Trading down at the 329 level. Yesterday, as we were taking a look at it on the show, I said that you're going to run into some type of support between 318 and 333. That is the high volume bar from October 21st. Now, you can sit there and watch how it handles that 333.50 area and take a look at volume as it's opening. But it's a great time to ring the cash register out there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I'll ring one right at the open, and the other ones I'll watch for.
Yeah.
That's looking at a profit protecting stop area.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Look, this thing could easily get back to $268 if this area fails. So, if you pay attention to the volume at the open, but it's congratulations, great job on the trade, and go ring that register.
Yep, it's about time.
All righty. Thanks for calling.
Have a good one.
You bet.
Bye.
All right, folks, so the market's going to open here in a few. We get back right now. If you take a look at the futures, Dow futures off 75. Let's go back and take a look at that ES Mini, that bullish engulfing candle. It's kind of so-so. We got another minute before we see how that thing closes here and gives us a signal, but I don't like what it's showing. Well, actually, I do and I don't. Folks, we'll be right back. 877-927-6648. King dollar up 48. Gold down $4. Silver off 36 over in Europe. The DAX giving it up big time, down 83 points right now. We'll be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. That's right. We're off to the races. You got the Dow off 75 points. S&P's off 7. Composite down 11. Small caps off 7 there, leading the charge on the way down 0.9% right now. Microsoft up 23 pennies. Intel down 20. Google up 11 bucks and change right now. Apple down $1. So Google leading things dollar-wise to the upside, not even coming close to what's leading things to the downside. That is Chipotle down $70 right now. That's off 17%. You've got Intuitive Surgical right behind him down $35 as well. That's 6.5%. Buffalo Wild Wings getting hammered. I guess their hot sauce a little bit too hot. It's really red, down 6%, down $5 and change. Panera Bread, the bread is a little flat this morning, down down $5 and change, down 3.7%. Whole Foods Market, Whole Paycheck, they're down almost 4%, down $3.38. Popping also to the upside, Baker Hughes up 10% this morning. SanDisk up 10. Gardner, Denver, they are up 5%. And so let's go take some. When we come back, let's take a look at the Euro 30-minute chart. It did close below Steve's hammer candle. That says lower prices coming at you. That was after making a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. So now it's on its way down to the 1 to 1.272 area. That is going to be a move that is going to go all the way back to the lows of last Friday. Very important point to watch out there. That low 1.21665. I expect that we will see that thing tested today. If that area breaks, the euro on its way back to lower prices, substantially lower prices out there. If we flip back over to that ES mini chart that we were looking at, what you had was you had a little doji candle out here. Now, normally, you like to see a doji candle when you're making a to B equals CD. I would have preferred to have seen it the other way around, meaning that the doji would have been made at the 9 o'clock and the bullish engulfing the following session. So it was really flat, right? You know, you had what we'll call what's the best way to describe that? You know, because there's almost a perfect doji in balance, I suppose, between the bulls and the bears, because it really closed right there at the middle session. What's that mean? It means you got to be patient and really wait for the next candle out there. So now let's go take a look at these stocks. So we did have Mike call about Chipotle. He was short this, and you can see it opened up at its lows here, has not been trading lower. Doesn't mean that it won't, but I think the advice was well taken to go ahead and take your profits and get out of this, as opposed to it opening lower and continuing to move lower, especially when we knew on the daily chart it was running right into a area that we suspect should act as, I got to turn to the right chart here, that should act as the first place of support out here, making also a 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD. It's why you want to understand volume on the charts out there. It makes it so much easier to understand where something is going to trade into. And volume-wise, though, I do have the daily chart. You got volume, totally coming out of this thing. So the volume is going to be much larger than where it's trading into, because so far you've been open for 7 minutes. You've done 1.2 million shares. That 1.2 going into 2.6. So volume is not going to be the problem out there. Also, you've got Google on the upside, and we can see Google opening up and selling off out there. So what is Google going into? Google going into a supply line here. That supply line being May 18th when it moved down with 5.9 million shares. Google here trying to get back inside. It's really been in this little box consolidation range out here. That consolidation range really going all the way back to the original downdraft from April 13th, April 14th, April 16th area. And so that's where Google. So that's not necessarily a good sign if you're a bull out there. If we take a look at what do we want to take a look at? Let's go take a look at Intuitive Surgical because they are the next one getting hammered down 6.5%. ISRG is the ticker symbol. So if we take a look at Intuitive Surgical, gapping down this morning with volume, and so we can take a look at the now Intuitive Surgical. Here gapped up nicely on April 18th. Had volume up at those highs, of course. What did it do up at those highs, folks? It gave you a signal here on May 3rd. You had a bullish engulfing. What did you do the next candle session? You confirmed it, setting up an A to B equals CD down. If we go take a look at what that would mean if you are in Intuitive Surgical, we're going to take a look at the A point being the gap up high on April the 18th, that high out there at 594.89. And the B point here that I'm going to use is June 4th, the low of 498.01. The C point looks like probably about a 0.618 retracement occurring on July the 3rd out at the 569.95 level. So that sets up here that Intuitive Surgical would move down into the last time that it had any type of volume support. You've got a little bit of a breakout here on February 2nd, that price point being 463 to 488, and at that 463 level, it's really at 449. You've got 1.6 million shares. That is January 20th. That is where Intuitive Surgical is headed to. It is going to be taking on the swing point. Let's see, which one is it really? Let's take a look at the harder one. The harder one here would actually be June 1st. 379,000 shares on that day. Today, you have done 154,000 shares in 10 minutes' time. So Intuitive Surgical having some brain salad surgery done to it this morning. Let's go take a look at CEPHEID. Is that how you would even pronounce it? CEPHEID. We just need to actually see what these guys do. CPHD. They need a marketing department, so any of you out there that are in the marketing business, you need to contact them because how they could come up with that name. So what are they? They're a molecular diagnostic company. I suppose they didn't really think that it mattered. Now, maybe that has something to do with molecular diagnostics, but not a common man like me certainly would know. So they engage in the development, manufacturing, marketing, integrated systems for testing in the clinical market, as well as for application and legacy bio-threat industrial and partner markets. What the heck did that mean? Anyways, that's who they are, but their stock is being taken apart here this morning. Let's go take a look at that. CPHD out here. Oops, not DP. CPHD. And absolutely getting crushed here with volume coming out of it. So let's go see where this thing is headed to. It has, going back to the breakout session, so that's real clear on the daily chart. Broke out nicely, folks. And it did that on January 27th with 5.6 million shares. So right now what it's doing, coming back into that area, the candle where it broke out from was January 26th. That was 1 million shares out there. That 1 million shares was tested on the way back down with 747,000 shares on June 4th. So it came back into that breakout area, which was nice. You come back into a breakout area, it looks like it's probably an A to B equals CD down as you're coming through there. So let's take a look at this here. So there's your 1 to 1.618, A to B equals CD. And what does it do, folks, when it gets down there? Test that volume on lighter volume, makes a bullish engulf on the next candle, and then after that you get a nice confirmation. Beautiful thing. What does it do? You can't bust them down. Tries to go back up to the highs. Now here it's taking on these swing points. The swing point really being the June 4th area. Only 747,000 shares. Hitting it already with 1.1 million shares. So you got major volume coming out of this thing here. What should be a decent support range is going to be the $29, $30 area. Of course, it's at $35 here right now. And this stock here to the downside is the second time where we have seen any type of significant volume to the downside. This time here, truly, well, it took out a swing point. It did that with volume on April the 10th. So that was your first sign that you were going to have some trouble with this stock out here. Let's go take a look at what else is popping and dropping. How about Panera Bread, PNRA? Surely they're being impacted, as all of the restaurants are, with the droughts that you've got going on across the country here. PNRA, so Panera Bread. Panera Bread gapping down this morning, also with some volume here. Gap not being too substantial at this moment, so maybe you've got some fund managers here supporting this thing. So far today you've got 347,000 shares. If we do take a look at this, what is this really going against here? It's really going against this breakout. So it's held the breakout area that goes all the way back to October in 2011. Thing broke out with 2.8 million shares, has a wide gap in there. So you, in that price point, folks, the low is 127.55, the high of 138. You're trading at 144 right now. You did have the first sign of selling in this came in on February 8th. So you see some institutional selling on February 8th, 3.4 million shares after it made a high. So that certainly was volume off of the top. You don't like to see that if you're in an equity. Goes back up there, holds the level. That's the February 7th level, which was at the 160. Holds it for a while. Doesn't do it with any kind of volume. You get another sign of institutional selling on April 19th with 1.1 million shares. You get a little bit of a conflict, meaning you see some buying on April the 25th. That was last time you saw any real significant buying in the stock here. So, this stock here, if you are in Panera Bread, you want to make sure that you've got a stop below the 127.55 area. But looks like this thing is going to go ahead and test the gap, and the gap out there being in the 118 and change range. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go see what's going on with Buffalo Wild Wings. They are trading down right now, down 6%. BWLD is the ticker symbol out there. So they're gapping down with volume. Let's go see what Buffalo Wild Wings is trading into. It's trading into... So here, Buffalo Wild Wings has a gap open as well. Now, you saw some real institutional selling in this baby on April the 24th, 4 million shares. That is where it's trading into right now. And let's take a look at what kind of volume you've got so far today. You got 300,000 shares in the first 15 minutes of time. 3 times that'd be 1.2. So it actually does have volume today if it were to keep up this kind of pace. Probably won't keep up this kind of pace if we just simply put this on a 5-minute chart. Let's see if volume is dying or accelerating. So you've got volume here decelerating a bit. That's on Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go take a look at the daily chart again out here. So what you want to see, if you were in this stock, you do not want to see a close below $75.96 out there. Let's go take a look at SanDisk and Baker Hughes. SanDisk having a nice pop this morning on earnings. SNDK, what did they show here earnings-wise? Their operating income, 60. That's not it. Let's go take a look at their... Can't be. Revenues of $2.2 billion versus $2.67. This is operating income $68 million versus $402 million. Man, they must have really guided something fantastic out here to be up 13%. But let's go take a look at the stock. Let's not worry about what they talked about. Let's go see what the traders are actually doing out here. SNDK is the ticker symbol out there, gapping up with some very nice volume in this thing here this morning. Ooh. Okay, now you start pulling the stock chart back, and this thing here is got gaps all over the place. Now, what it did do is it came back all the way down to the lows of August of 2011. It did that here in June of 2012. We're going to put this on a weekly chart here in a minute. But right now, in the first 15, 17 minutes of trading, up with 5.3 million shares going into the gap down area that had 32 million shares out there, trading very close to just inside the candle, April 19th candle, that low of 40.09. You're at 40. 40.09 right now, 40.10. So it's going to go ahead and take that on. Looks like what it's going to do is make an A to B equals CD up. If we take a look at what that price projection would be, price projection, the 1-to-1, well, you've already passed that. The looks like this thing here, I'd take a look at more of a retracement. Now, this thing probably should head to, if it can hold this area, would head to the last time that it moved down, which was on April 4th, that price point being the $44, $45 and change range. Baker Hughes also out with numbers. They're up 9.4%. BHI is the ticker symbol there. Let's go see what they are doing, gapping up, selling off a bit, but gapping up here this morning. Has volume in this, so let's go see what Baker Hughes is going against. It's been in this consolidation range, going back up against the last sign of weakness out here. That sign of weakness coming in on March 21st, 24 million shares, gapping down, just a slight gap down to the downside. That's what it's moving into. That's the supply line, and it is working off that supply line here this morning. So Baker Hughes, one of the pretty decent weightings inside the DIG or the DUG, inside the XLE, the energy sector out there. 877-927-6648. You have the Dow off 86 points. Let's go see what the Queen is doing here. What is, the Queen on its way down, as we said, folks, to test those lows from last Friday. That low gets busted, which is 1.21613. You're going to see much lower price in the market today, folks. We'll be right back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. Funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow off 80 points right now. S&P's off 9. And stay tuned. Following this show, Tom and I doing the Nadex Trading Hour here on Friday. Then we go up to Basil Chapman from 11 to 12. Then we keep you healthy with Nico DeHaan, 12 to 1. Daryl Martin, our newest show, newest edition out here, Diagnostic Trading Hour from 1 to 2. David White, 2 to 3 today. Ken Shreve, 3 to 4. And Tom from 4 to 6. A full lineup out there. Let's go to Lou in Nashua, New Hampshire. Lou, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Good morning, Steve.
How are you?
All right. How are you?
Excellent. You wanted to take a look at the small caps at the IWM. Tell me what you're doing, how I can help you.
I bought puts yesterday.
Okay.
And just wondering whether to hold it over the weekend. What's confusing is I'm doing Elliott Wave also, and they say that this is degree 4 down.
Okay.
And next week we'll complete 5 up until the 28th, I guess, which is the Bradley Day.
Yeah.
So
whenever you're in doubt, the best thing to do is to ring the register.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in my opinion, that's always the easy decision. You know, you can never. The thing about this business is that the moment any business, the moment that you start complaining, not that you're complaining, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just throwing that out there as a general thing. But the moment that you start being concerned about making money, that's a bad thing. So, you know, I always like to stick to the trading plan, you know, unless things change out here. But whenever in doubt, just go ahead and get out. And that's a especially nice thing, you know, when you've made some good money. If we take a look at the IWM, it is trading into the swing point right now from July 12th out there. That swing point has 55 million shares, and so far in less than the first 30 minutes here, what it has done is 8 million shares. So, you know, to me, you've got that says you've got volume coming inside here. Should go ahead and test that low, which would be 77.59. You have gap open out there at June 28th. That thing has held on the small caps, but the small caps have reversed, and the small caps have gotten weak. They're the weak of all the index ETFs out there. So if you can take out the July 12th out here low, what it's doing is setting up an A to B equals CD down. That A to B equals CD down would take you really right down into that June 28th candle at 76.50 out here. Now, as you take a look at this, if you're following along on Tiger TV, one of the real keys, folks, when you take a look at becoming a master of that C to D leg, means what? How do you come off of that C to D leg? So if you take a look at right now, the small caps, the IWM, came off with a gap, and you have volume at least so far today. It is a Friday. It is deep into the summertime session, and volume should start to trail off, at the end of the day. However, you've got the euro here that is just simply melting. It's having a nuclear reaction problems. It has taken out, and it's got 3 minutes to go, but it has taken out the lows from last Friday. And so with the euro going lower, that is not it's a great thing for the king, but it is not going to be a good thing for the markets out there. So hopefully all of that information helps you to make a decision, Lou.
Right. Okay. I've been thinking of getting your letter, and I was thinking of getting your letter, your newsletter.
Yes.
I'm wondering if you went short.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm short and I'm long.
I see.
And my long positions are actually all green right now. You got to love that. So we're long stocks and we're short the market. Lou, thanks for calling. Have a great weekend. Folks, stay tuned. Tom and I will be up next to Money Masters. Dow down 75. S&P's off 8. Take care, folks. I'll look forward to seeing you on Monday, and have a fantastic weekend out there.